Hello everyone, my name is Julie O'Malley and this is my project proposal for our annual family Christmas party. Every year for as long as I can remember, my family has thrown this party for both sides of our family. About 50 to 60 people come every year. This includes our direct family and our close friends that we consider family. This party will occur on Saturday, December 21st, which is almost a week away. At the party, we serve appetizers, dinner, desserts, and beverages. And during the party, we like to exchange our family gifts and do a white elephant gift exchange. Purpose of this party is to get everyone in the family together around the holidays. This is very important to us because everyone in the family lives all over the country and it's really nice to get everyone together. This year, however, everyone was very busy and my family did not have time to plan the party, so I decided to take over all the responsibilities. My proposal for this project is I will research, plan, and execute all the necessary tasks required to throwing a successful party. Some key success factors for the party will be the party stays within budget, the party will take place when it's originally planned, everyone will RSVP and bring the appropriate appetizers and desserts, there will be enough food and beverages for everyone, and the white elephant gift exchange will run smoothly. The benefits of this party is to have the party where everyone enjoys the food, beverages, activities, and time with each other. The deliverables required for this party start with the invitations sent out to everyone, and once we get RSVPs, we will create a list for everyone that is coming and what everyone is bringing so there's no duplicates or we don't have too much food or too many desserts or too many appetizers. And then for the food, beverages, and decorations, we need all the receipts for the caterer and for the ordered food to make sure we have the correct amount, and any receipts for anything purchased like the foods, drinks, and decorations. And the caterer will provide us a list of all the food that they actually deliver to our house and the bill for their services. The planned schedule for this party is to send out the invitations and get RSVPs at the beginning of November. We usually send out the invitations around November 1st. Then we like to book the caterer and order the food in advance. That usually takes place in the middle of November to ensure that we can get it. We buy any additional food, beverages, and presents towards the end of November and early December, a little bit closer to the party. And then we like to decorate the house early and middle of December as we progress through. And the party will take place again on Saturday, December 21st. Some quality control components of this is underage drinking. One way we can prevent this from occurring is by setting up the bar in an age in the house that is visible from almost any area on the first floor where the party takes place. Another way to prevent underage drinking is to either have an of-age family member or one of the caterers standing in the bar area at all times to supervise who is drinking and who is not. Another issue that could happen is driving under the influence. If we notice a family member who has had too much to drink, we'll first take away their keys from them, and then they will either sleep on our couch or they will get a Lyft or Uber home or a ride home with a family member. Another issue is street parking. The rule states that cars cannot be parked on the street overnight where we live. If people have to leave their car at our house overnight, we have to make sure that we have their keys before they leave so we can park the car in our driveway or the neighbor's driveway. We will have to ask the neighbors in advance for permission before parking it in their driveway. So there's concerns about noise complaint. To ensure the appropriate level, we need to make sure that the windows stay closed and the majority of the party remains indoors. We also test how loud the music is before the party starts to ensure that it cannot be heard by our neighbors. This is my work breakdown structure. It shows who's responsible for what and who reports to who. So I'm in charge of the whole project. So my name is first on level 0, and then my family members and the caterer are in charge of the major issues. I'm in charge of the invitations, my mom's in charge of the food, my dad's in charge of the beverages, and my sisters are in charge of the presents, decorations, and the caterer is in charge of all of her employees. And then you can see who reports to who and who does what activity. And then from the work breakdown structure, I have the responsibility assignment matrix. This shows who's the primary person for the activity and who supports them. I tried to keep it within the activities that are related to each other, who supports who, because I think having it all over the place would be too messy. And next, I have my network diagram. This shows which tasks depend on one another. I have a key for which activity because I wanted to be able to get this all on one screenshot. The blue highlighted boxes are tasks that I have completed so far, And the black outline box is the task I'm currently on, which is purchasing the tree and decorating it. And then all of the orangey pink boxes are stuff that I still need to do before the party. This is my project schedule shown with the Gantt chart. It shows a sequence of all the activities as well, how many days it will take, and what is completed. And you can see who's in charge of what and what resources are also associated with it. As you can see, there is a name of a person and then a comma and then a resource. Then we have my resources and resource usage. Most of the activities will be completed by family members, so they are not getting paid, which helps reduce the cost. However, we do have to hire caterers, and they get paid $25 an hour with overtime and tip added. We also have the cards, the ordered food, the additional food, the beverages, any presents, the wrapping paper, the actual tree, any additional decorations, the utensils, and anything the caterer needs to bring. And I also have my reserve budget, which is $200 just to ensure if anything goes over budget, I have planned for. And then we have the cost usage. So you can see each resource has its cost. The alcoholic beverages are going to cost the most by itself, but the ordered food and additional food combined cost the most, and that's because we have to order for 50 to 60 people. Then you can see like the smaller costs, like the wrapping paper and cards. Next is the estimated cost and cash flow. The baseline budget is $1,550, and my cost variance is $200, which is my project reserve. The total project will cost around $1,750. This slide shows all of the work hours required from each person. It was nice that in Microsoft Project that it lined up each person in order of how the projects or activities need to be done. You can see that there's 3 major spikes, and those spikes include like purchasing food and cooking the food, which will take a long time, purchasing the presents, wrapping the presents, which will also take a considerable amount of time, and decorating the house, which will be done over a longer time period. Next, we have the identified risks. So I have listed all of the possible risks that could happen during the party, and I found out most of my risks will happen during the party, not before, which is something that could be a concern. But I have listed all the action triggers that I need to look for, and if I see one of these action triggers, I have a response plan to counteract that so the party runs smoothly or changes dates. The biggest concern would be bad weather. This would cause less people to come because everyone comes from out of the state, and any bad weather would really impact their travels towards our house, and there would also be way too much food if less people came, which is also a concern. So we'd want to check the weather forecast at least 2 days before to see if we need to decrease the food or move the party altogether. And through this Schedule A planning and executing, I think this project will run very smoothly. Thank you.